Hi there, everybody. Dear my channel viewers, you are gladly welcome on this leap year. I come back recurring to my channel as a former Merchant Navy Chief Officer. Overall reviewing for the IMO publication is intending for the safety of life at sea. According to the Solar Chapter 5 Regulation 34, what we need to do is systematically do passage planning. Summarizing notes, is safe navigation and avoidance of dangerous situation. So voyage planning is required on all vessels which go to sea. Master to ensure plan is drawn up. Detailed factor to taken into account. And master have overriding authority. Prior to proceeding to sea, the master shall ensure that the intended voyage has been planned using the appropriate nautical chart and nautical publication for the area concerned, taking into account the guideline and recommended developed by the organization. The voyage plan shall identify routes which take into account the relevant ship routing system, ensure sufficient sea room for the safe passage of ship throughout the voyage, anticipate all known navigational hazards and adverse weather conditions, take into account the marine environmental protection measures that apply and avoid as far as possible exchange and activities which could cause damage to the environment. The owner, the charterer, and the company, as defined in the regulation, operating the ship and any other person shall not prevent or restrict the master of the ship from taking or executing any decision, which is the master's proportionate judgment, is necessary for the safe navigation and protection of the marine environment. Regulation 34 applies to all ships which proceed to sea. This is new regulation. Paragraph 3 replaces the revised SOLAS Chapter 574, Regulation 10.2, Master Displacement for Safe Navigation. The regulation requires the voyage to be planned in accordance with the IMO guideline for the voyage planning resolution in 893, 21 session, issued in circular number 92. The regulation authorizes the master to take voyage planning decision for safety or environmental reason. It further prevents the owner, charterer, or company, as defined in the ISM code, from overruling any such decision. The regulation, together with the IMO guideline and these guidance notes, supersedes MGN 72 and MGN 166. It is important to note that Regulation 34 makes a properly prepared voyage plan mandatory and the plan is liable to be checked during post-take control inspection. Small vessel and pleasure craft. Regulation 34 applies to all vessels. For small vessel and pleasure craft, the degree of the voyage planning will be depending upon the size of the vessel, its crew, and the length of the voyage. The Maritime and Coast Guard Agency expect all mariners to make a careful assessment of any proposed voyage, taking into account all danger to navigation, weather forecast, tide interpretation, and other relevant factors, including the competence of the crew. Paragraph 3 ensures the master has absolute discretion to take decision in the interest of the safe navigation and all protection of the marine environment. The definition of the word company is the one used in SOLAS chapter, relevant chapter C. Company means the owner of the ship or any other organization or person, such as the manager or DPO, the variable charterer, or who has assumed the responsibility for the operation of the ship and who is assuming such responsibility has agreed to take over all the duties and responsibility imposed by the International Safety Management Code. This is voyage planning guideline from the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency. Please refer to the IMO Guideline Resolution 8893. Presently, I have receiving 2 tentative voyage schedules. One, the first voyage schedule is to low Bahrain in the Brisbane, and then French Polynesia, terminology, the southern hemisphere. The second one is unsure. I think most probably is the first internet voyage may be fit. Therefore, I have to carefully check, because in this voyage we may encounter to the tropical revolving storm in the middle of the Pacific. Typhoon. Do you remember in 2020 the typhoon Meset is dropped down the MV Gulf Stock 1, and the loss of life 41% on board and nearly 6,000 cattle from the New Zealand to China route. Only one survivor. How do you think? This is chief officer. I guess he knows that he said Gulf. He very clear, because his livestock area is nearly to the Venetian stability. Therefore, he can throw down. I think so. Let it be. Okay, what we should do, according to the IMO reference resolution AA9321, guideline for voyage planning should be followed on all vessels. The key elements are extracted by my own words. First, taking into account all relevant information and planning the intended voyage. Then, controlling in accordance with the prevailing circumstance and condition during the voyage, and supervising the vessel's voyage is good progress and as continuously no deviate from the voyage route. These 4 first stages are principles of the voyage planning. But it's very wide range. How we should prepare from this is very great way for can, because all relevant factors mean wave start. It is a solar system, because our Earth is one of the planets in the universe. As you know, the sun is a star, and planets orbits around the sun. Our Earth is number 3 orbit, number 3 planet, and directionally anti-clockwise view from above north pole of the Earth. We are solar planet list, including with the Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Moon orbits as planets. This is basis of solar system. This year is very significant, because Earth orbits the sun anti-clockwise. As I said before, you can view from the Earth's north pole on. Earth rotates on its axis anti-clockwise, view from above north pole, say rotation on axis due to that's why becoming day and night. This is the briefly notes for the master basis knowledge. The movement of the sun is very nearly constant, but changes slightly due to the different rates of the movement of the Earth around the ecliptic orbit. The movement of planets are more variable because Their movement along their orbits increase the decrease rate of the change of our angle of different points. What I remember is the most nearest planet is Mercury, nearest to Sun. The second one is the Venus. Our Earth is the third planet nearest to the Sun. Planet may have the retrograde motion, moving anti-clockwise view from the North Pole. The movement of Moon is variable because it is orbit around the Earth due to the ellipticity of its orbit. Also, what we can do other planet, that is everybody knows the Sun and the Moon, and then Mercury and Venus. But this is one question: how can you find the Mercury? I leave it this question. And then time also very critical factor because after receiving the voyage and voyage planning, we have to consult with the low-lying chart. Okay, the units cover the time is wide range: arians, millennium, century, year, month, week, day, hour, minute, second. A year is the time taken for one revolution of up on its orbit. A common year has 365 days, but this 2024 year is a leap year. Time is standard as universal standard time. Formerly is the Greenwich Meridian time. That's enough for the solar system. Second, master knowledge about the atmosphere. Because meteorology, just receiving the intended voyages, the probability to the patch of the tropical monsoon, the typhoon. Because meteorology is the science of the atmosphere and the phenomena that occur within it. Weather describes the phenomena occurring in the atmosphere in the short term. Climate describes the long-term pattern of weather. If you had just this knowledge, you cannot observe the low-lying chart. The atmosphere is roughly briefly known. It's such as the envelope gases surrounding the Earth travel with it through the space and rotate with it. Air is the mixture of gases comprising the atmosphere. Turbulent mist is mainly the high degree of consistency composes the air. Our air is mostly the gas is the nitrogen 73%, oxygen 21%. The rest gases leave it like. Other gases and vapor solids are present in the atmosphere in varying concentration in different locations. What it means is for bulk carrier chemical, for group B cargo and MHP. You have to understand the atmosphere. That's enough for the atmosphere. When the routine is, I will continue. Data. Now I am observing the discharging port after grain loading in Brisbane. I have never been there and still looking for in the ocean passage for the war and checkered clock. I don't know how to pronounce the name. It's a French colony once for the time. Later I will say this is, but the border is there, 32 degrees south is secondary report. And also, one thing, there is drive limit in the discharging port. In this case, what I want to discuss the chief officer chart or hydrostatic table. Who is the initial inventor? This is Archimedes. Law of flotation is later. Archimedes is before Christ. law of plate rotation is nearly 18th century like this. And the Archimedes principle, so many definitions. But I have my own translation. I will tell you later. This is very shortcut, very easily to understand. What is the main factor is relative density, because our Earth is covering the 71% is water. That's why our planet is called the blue planet. Its view from the space is blue color. Land is only nearly 30%. So we have to familiarize with the ocean passage for the world. And then law of flotation and Archimedes principle. Archimedes principle is very simple. If body is wholly or partially immersed in a liquid, submerged portion, volume of the submerged portion is removing the underwater volume. Law of flotation is applying the floating water density data. Most of my students also confused with it, but indeed it's a very simple principle, because law of flotation, the term using the displacement is equal to underwater volume multiplied by the fluid density is floating. I think the term using the displacement is making the confusing for new junior chief officer, because displaced volume or underwater volume, I use my own words as removing water or replacing water. This volume, the law of flotation, this you have to multiply by the floating water density, so it should be called as volumetric weight. This is my own opinion. Are you agree? Because main equation in physics is mass equal to volume multiplied by density. The hydrostatic table is very simple. It's only all the things that touch the water and underwater part portion of it. First, draft. This draft is the Truman draft or axial draft longitudinal. The draft is at the longitudinal center of flotation. I'm not very happy that what's the displacement, although this is a critical factor. If simple was using the volumetric weight is more easy. And then what they describe as usual center of buoyancy. As you know, we have to consider body by three axes: longitudinal direction, transverse direction, and vertical direction. Longitudinal direction is longitudinal center of buoyancy. But maybe both our own knowledge, longitudinal center of buoyancy is above or forward of the midship, depend on the vessel draft, light draft or low draft. The center of flotation is opposite direction. If longitudinal center of buoyancy is forward of the midship, depend center will be up of them. And then MCTC is very simple. Indeed, train is you can differ by longitudinal center of gravity and longitudinal center of buoyancy. Very simple. But these two factors are not finished. We need the moment to change the train by 1 centimeter. Understood? because everything, a draft, you see, is it, by physics view, is vector quantity, not scalar. But they have magnitude and direction. Displacement also like this, always changeable. Center of buoyancy always changeable. Center of flotation always changeable, depend on the vessel train. Movement to change train, very simple. When you are loaded or discharged, the weight center of gravity changes, center of buoyancy also changes. TPC, 10 per centimeter. Be careful, this unit is centimeter. This one also you should be used after intermediate draft survey. Never use in early stage because its unit is bigger for centimeter. So, depend on the terminal loading rate, you should judge by yourself what is the mean required sinkage. Is the present water line to the limiting load line, particular distance. And one more thing, have to remove the second. But in here, not discuss about it. Also that vertical direction of center of buoyancy, KB. This one is I observed. This is 52% of the draft KB. Generally speaking, the more uncertainty factor is transport meter center height, km. All make and master well notice this is used for only the small angle here. After the vessel is here, angle is more than 15 degrees, useless. The new horizontal separation, vertical separation between the center of gravity and center of buoyancy, GZ is the key factor. Meter center is divided like this. And this law of flotation, one more thing, underwater volume is not only the length, breadth, depth. One more thing, block coefficient is the ratio. Rear shift have the curve alpha for the hydrodynamic efficiency. Rear shift determining the underwater volume is more complicated. The curvature of the hull means that underwater volume is less than simply the waterline length, waterline beam and draft. Form coefficient can be used to compare the bulk shape vessel to a rear shift with the same length beam and draft. So that is ratio. For rear shift, the underwater volume can be found using the value known as the block coefficient. The block coefficient measures the actual underwater volume compared to a bulk shape vessel of the same length beam and breadth. Block coefficient CV can be used to find volume using the formula below. This is the underwater volume divided by waterline length breadth. Important things, the block coefficient is calculated by naval architecture. Some Barker Hydrostatic Table is describing with the in the hydrostatic table. Most of them is nothing. But you must know block coefficient must be less than 1 because it is ratio. Therefore, any drug, the block coefficient can be found and underwater volume calculate. As say generally do, the higher the block coefficient, the more cargo you can load, but the slower the vessel will be. Our ETA will be late. Tonnages. Regarding the tonnages, I'm not happy about already said. This is my own personal view. Light displacement is what done since inclining test before delivery. Only the weight on board is the boiler is working level on the height until the hydraulic fluid. Low displacement, as you know, displacement differ, the light displacement is dead weight. Dead weight is the key factor for bulk teaming. This is the cargo carrying capacity. Ships were historically charges operating fees based on how much cargo they can carry. The cargo carrying capacity is referred to the tonnage. This means deadweight tonnage. This possibly comes from some overs, but just let it be. Here I want to say clear the gross standing of the ship. There is a measurement, the internal volume of the vessel above and below the water line, excluding the certain spaces. It then, in this case, is not a unit of mass, but a unit of volume 2.78 meter cube. Note that as a measure of the total volume of the vessel has no direct mathematical link with the mass of the vessel. Also, you have to clear about weight and mass. Mass is the scalar quantity, no direction. Weight is vector quantity. It has direction, also magnitude. This is the basic fundamental knowledge for the physics. Physics is emphasized with the measurement quantity, then quality. So measurement dimension is very important and following fixed by the unit, such as drag is meter, dead weight, light displacement, low displacement, tonnage. But gross tonnage, net tonnage is not tonnage. I think this tonnage is already clear before during the practical service slide. But I don't not so much worry that the intended sailing voyage but no airfish. We will cross the southern winter season zone in the South Pacific Ocean. According to the ICCL Regulation 47, this is NA2 zone area and seasonal period. We will sail to Tasmania, passing through the New Zealand coast strait. Border is 30 degrees south. Seasonal winter period is 16 April to 15 October. Summer is 16 October to 15 April. That's why I said that the solar system is time is very important to observe the lowland chart. But you may also notice or no, I'm not sure. The vast ocean is Atlantic. Second, our China Sea. The third one is no one noticed that this Black Sea, the Pacific is first. Because according to the UNESCO survey until 2020 December, over 3 million vessels are underwater, already sinking because of the chief of size poor competency. His cargo distribution will lead to the local stress, global stress, especially the shear force bending moment. Maybe stability. This one also comes from the underwater volume and the buoyant force pushing up. This one is not created there. Now, these two related positions, center of gravity and center of B, is the stability. All competence are known. But stress also comes from sources there. In stress view, this pushing force, buoyant force, that is called hydrostatic pressure. If G of psi is distribution unevenly, so this vertical net force is causing the hard guidance bending. Okay, thank you. See you next week. အဲ့ဘယ်တော့ကြာပါပြောရဲအဲ့ပြောမှတာဘာပြောဒီဘက်ရုပ်ဒီလိုက်ထက်ပေါ့ con này trâu vào gặp là này có gì gần mà con đi gặp lại bây giờ còn đi hát con nhắm vô qua rồi mình pin đâu ngào vào này chồng mình ngạt tặng đi lâu này lại con lòng trắng mày ta trâu vào rồi please stop mày là cái thì trong thà ngào thì ta là nú đi đưa qua ai lâu rồi nghe xin rồi đó là các bạn là phải làm nhau nè trời rolling tape to stop okay